my first union job at an American airline in Canada, I was quite enthusiastic. My new coworker and I started at 4:30 in the morning and loaded 3 different types of aircrafts, finishing roughly 4 hours later. The established workers slept in the lunchroom and only came out to push the aircrafts off the gates. James and I worked our butts off the whole summer, and then we were laid off. I asked the manager why we're being laid off. He said that the unionized guys wanted us gone first because we worked hard and made them look lazy. The manager offered us one return flight at 90% off that could be used in the next 6 months. I took him up on the offer. I went to one of the union guys to book my ticket. He charged me $750 to go Vancouver, New York, Zurich, and back to Vancouver. Later I realized that he charged me 90% off the most expensive ticket. He could have charged me less than half that price, but because I made him look lazy, I got dinged. The week alone in New York was great. I was looking forward to Zurich. I had more than $7,000 saved to spend in Europe. I got my hotel above a loud music bar. When I went to the bank machine to pull out some money, it would not recognize my account. I had cash and traveler's checks. I went to many different banks in the Swiss capital and all ended up the same results. No cash. I knew I was in trouble, so I quickly booked a train to Bratislava, where I had family. I was down to my last $80. When I arrived in Vienna, I tried a bank machine and I still could not retrieve my account. I caught the last train to Bratislava. We arrived at the Austrian-Slovakian border, and the Austrian customs officers looked at my passport and asked if I have a visa to enter Slovakia. I say I would like to buy it when I enter the country. They tell me that the visa office at the train border is closed and that the customs officers in Slovakia will remove me from the train before it leaves for the border. I am stressed that I came this far, and I'm praying and praying. The Slovak officers look at my documents and they leave my area. The train starts moving, we cross the border, and the train stops at the next town. The officers approach me and tell me to get off. They wanted to handcuff me but saw that I had 3 carry-on bags, so I wasn't cuffed. They escort me to the office where there is a holding cell for illegal travelers. They put me in the jail cell, and the senior guard lectures me about not following the laws, and I'll be deported tomorrow back to Austria. The senior guard leaves for the night, and I mention to the younger guards that I know I did the wrong thing. I explained my situation, and I said I know that the visa office is open 24 hours at the car border. They agree. One officer goes with me by taxi to the car border. I pay $50 for the visa and $30 for the taxi to drive me to my family contact in Bratislava. I was grateful for the officers trusting me, and I was also thankful that my friend answered the door at 1 in the morning. The next morning she sent me on a train to my grandmother's house while she looked after her young kids. Arriving in town, I was walking to my grandma's house. My emotions took over. I survived being thrown in jail and not having access to my bank account. My parents sent me enough funds to let me stay for a month. During that time, I gathered documents about my parents and grandparents. I decided that I wanted to become a Slovak citizen. I translate documents and get an official birth certificate showing I was born in Canada, but that I'm a Slovak citizen. The last day before I leave Slovakia, I go to the passport office for foreign-born citizens. I present my documents, give it to the lady my passport photo, and then she asks me for a kolok. This is a state stamp that shows I paid for that service. You can get a kolok at the post office. It was 5 minutes before the office closes, and I know I wouldn't make it back in time. I asked if she has a kolok in her office, and I'm willing to pay for it. She said that that would be like bribing a government official, and that she couldn't accommodate me. To this day, after countless hours and thousands of dollars, I am still without a Slovak passport or official citizenship. Back in Canada, as soon as I got home, I go back to my bank and apply for a credit card. I don't want to experience being without money when I know it is available for me.